Hello guys, my name is Peter. Welcome back to Tech Savara. I want to discuss with you the Green Revolution code and what that means for engineers around the world, and this rapid change that's happening, and a lot of the things that are coming out in the news related to this Green Revolution. Let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so you may have actually heard about the Green Revolution, the statement, and what's happening. And it seems like there's a bit of a pace increasing in the way that things are being built, constructed. The rate of change to shift away from fossil fuels is increasing. From my perspective, in terms of software and building apps, everything is kind of shifting towards the idea that we're going to be managing batteries, we're going to be managing battery packs. There's going to be a lot more software related to the communication between vehicles, between the power ports. I recently just saw that Tesla's on their Wi-Fi scanning will snoop for networks and read data from the networks that it can connect to. I also watched a news article about the fact that certain manufacturers, Chinese manufacturers, can use their batteries to install malware into chargers. And I also watched something related to the fact that with this really quick rate of change, there are a lot of problems coming up. For instance, cars exploding. And one of the things that made me think was, how can we manage this change in a way that we can reduce the risk for us, right? So with any significant change and rush, it feels like a bit of a gold rush. Who wants to be the first to market? Doesn't necessarily mean that the person that's first to get something done is gonna be the one that kind of takes the cake, so to speak. In regards to electric vehicles, for instance, the idea that you can be stuck inside a car with all the windows and doors closed and unable to get out while toxic fumes in the battery can start either filling up the car, there can be a possible explosion, a possible fire. That kind of freaks me out. And I heard it mentioned that, no one really wants to be the person that goes into 7-Eleven and leaves their kids in the car, and all of a sudden they come back and the kids and the car are gone because the battery decided to combust, and if it was a if it was an ICE vehicle, it is unlikely that this would happen in a way that would be detrimental to the occupants of the car. If the engine, for instance, caught fire, that would be a lot easier to put out and handle than a fire that's an electrical car. Now, even statistically speaking, if the fact that battery-powered electric vehicles are less likely to combust, I still don't want to be that statistic of the one that where that happens, where and more recently, where I think it was one of the Jeep possibly, or I'm not sure of the car manufacturer, where the battery wasn't closed in the car. It was in a separate case, so the fumes actually went into the interior of the car and ignited and exploded. And these are lithium iron phosphate batteries. So there are real problems related to dealing with this new technology that we're all shifting towards. There's also the fact that there's not enough lithium to power all these cars. It's just the mining companies just don't know how they're going to get all of this lithium. So I think the idea is that we're trying to solve a problem that is a real problem with climate change. And what does it mean for us as individual software developers? How can we place ourselves in a position where we're actually making technology for good? How can we find what a real green company is, and what the difference between whitewashing green revolution and actually really having an impact? Now, that's a real problem. How can we look at what we are doing as individuals on a small scale, and even the companies that we work with? I'm really fortunate in that I am part of a team that has been working on battery chargers for a long time, and their software now is evolving to be consumer focused. Now, I think I want to say that even though I'm doing a little bit of what I'm doing in terms of the software that I'm building, I can still take my skills and take my knowledge and help promote it, and this is what this video is about. This video is about, have a look at where you are and what you're doing, and whether the code that you're writing is going to be for the better in the future for us? Are you working for a fossil fuel company that has had, related mining operation that has damaged the environment? Are you doing something that is completely irrelevant, like working on an app or casino app that is more of a distraction from this? I think there really needs to be a light shone on the fact that we need a lot of people to solve the problems that are coming ahead, and we can't just put our head in the sand and ignore the fact that these are significant problems. And we're seeing it more and more in the rate of change of the way that the environment is responding. So what can we do to help? I know that previously, during the pandemic, there were people that actually helped write applications online and on mobile that would help other people connect and provide services, because in Australia specifically, you had to be quarantined within like a 5-kilometer zone. I won't go into the politics of that insanity, but the fact that people quickly tried to adapt technology for good, I think is a step in the right direction. And I really hope that anybody who sees this video can have a look at what they're doing and have a think if what they are doing is actually going to contribute to this. And I'm really talking a lot about also the whole cryptocurrency thing, which is completely turned inside out from what it was designed to do, and has just become really a casino that's being manipulated by a lot of bad actors, and they feel like they can get away with it, which is, in most of the cases they have. There's only been a few, like the whole FTX disaster, where people have been called out and caught, and they've been taken to account, which doesn't happen for a lot of the stuff that's gone on. And at the end of the day, it's not solving any problems that really need to be solved when it comes to what we're facing as a human race for the next 100 years. The changing climate, the demographic shift, the pollution that's happening. These kind of significant problems is like, well, what can we do as individuals to help use our skills to solve these problems? Find a company or start a company that can attack this, from a different place. Space travel is a real thing, and reaching the critical mass that we are heading towards, I 100% believe in the next 200 years that we will be sending either drones, space drones, or humans to outer space to do exploration, mining, settlement of different areas. It's just in our nature. That's, I guess, why we go from continent to continent back, 500, 600 years, moved, from place to place. That's just, the curiosity of humanity drives that. So that's it. That's my message. I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it. If you are in technology, whatever it is that you're doing, any kind of engineering, have a think about it, what it is that you're contributing, and how you are benefiting us as a human race. And that's it. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.